Our scripture today is from John chapter 19, verses 38 to 42, and they are about the burial of Jesus. After these things, Joseph of Arimathea, who was a disciple of Jesus, though a secret one because of his fear of the Jews, asked Pilate to let him take away the body of Jesus. Pilate gave him permission, so he came and removed his body. Nicodemus, who had first come to Jesus by night, also came, bringing a mixture of myrrh and aloes weighing about 100 pounds. They took the body of Jesus and wrapped it with the spices in linen cloths, according to the burial custom of the Jews. Now there was a garden in the place where he was crucified, and in the garden there was a new tomb in which no one had ever been laid. And so, because it was the Jewish day of preparation, and the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus there. Well, a few things to think about today. This day, Saturday, kind of stands out to me in these few holy days of the year. Maundy, Thursday, we focus so much on Jesus and the Last Supper with his disciples and his washing his disciples' feet. Good Friday, of course, is all about Jesus' crucifixion. And tomorrow, on Easter Sunday, we focus on the resurrection. And Saturday's kind of this in-between day of silence and stillness. And in these verses, we hear about the burial of Jesus. And I want to note that there is some language in referring to the Jews in John's Gospel. We heard it yesterday and again today, that we need to address. Because, of course, all the first followers of Jesus were Jewish. But by the time John's Gospel was written down, in a sense there was a division among Jewish people, some of whom saw Jesus as the Messiah, as their king, if you will, and others who did not. And sadly, some of the worst and most painful fights are often within families, among people who share much in common. And that's part of what we see reflected in the language of John's Gospel, by which time professing Jesus as the Messiah might actually cause someone to be removed or tossed out of their synagogue. But here we see two men, Joseph of Arimathea, who's a secret disciple. And we hear about Nicodemus, who we first met back in John chapter 3, who comes to Jesus by night because he doesn't want people to know that he is wondering about Jesus and inquiring about him. And two things we learn from Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. One is that there is a tragedy when kindness is delayed. It's really nice that Joseph and Nicodemus are taking such good care of Jesus' body now that he's dead, but it would have been nicer if they had acted in kindly ways when he was living. And the second thing to note is we don't want to be known as secret disciples, people who hide our devotion to Christ. God doesn't need a whole bunch of secret disciples. Jesus needs disciples who are willing to be publicly associated with him. And that's what we're called to be. Disciples of Jesus who are bold and courageous and unashamed.